Trying to be sneaky up in the corner, but it looks like it's going to be a very delayed retake from SuperMassive. Blaze Bogle just jumped on top of the wall! He's a madman!
Yeah, losing that early player could be a little bit more of a problem. They need to almost give space. Oh, what's happened? He's got a little bit lost in the mix, and somehow this has come back into a 3v2 scenario. The time ticking. They're just defusing. It's left on the star zone, but he finds himself all three. What a start from Acend. He just gave them a few warning shots beforehand, Mitch. Acend have demolished the best of the best when it comes to buying, at least within their region. This is aggressive, though. They're almost just going to be feeding into killers in the early stages of this round. The B site completely open, and obviously Mitch are trying to make this one at least a little bit costly.
And look at the value of ult orbs over on Acend. They love farming up these rounds. Every single player is going to be bringing value to the table. In fact, Seeker's going to be online coming into round 3. A side for now. Ascend still leaving the door open, leaving themselves a couple of options in the early stages. A wall bang onto Pora, and that might even have been through a couple of Viper walls at that. That's not something you see all too often.
I'm still confused as to what he just did.
Potentially a rifle to be picked up afterwards for him. They're going to let Bone Cold do the legwork. Making his way up behind while the distraction is in. They're spraying away. And here's Bone Cold farming them up. A collateral to close that one out. And very little loss with kyedae.
CNED going to play as well outside of his bedroom. I think that was something that people were wondering. Well, he's 8-1 in the first 4 rounds and currently with over 400 ACS. So it's going all right. I think he might be able to cope. And Brave the furthest forward. He's going to try and use a little bit of utility to try and hold them back, but the time has been ticking and they really haven't got much control whatsoever. The peek in is almost just debate as they also have Zeke alongside, and I wonder if they're just going to have to back out of this one. The clock too far gone, a solid flash at least to catch off another, but Zeke is just going ham. Izzy has to try and run away to save the operator, and he should at least get one. No! Zeke actually hits that?
Bring them something to work with. Blade Storm's being spotted. I'm surprised that they're still moving in. Izzy takes his moment to strike inside of Hookah, but actually I better hold on to that thought because Ascend are still moving up through A, and Izzy is still picking them off.
Faded out the res. It's going to be the peek in though. More than prepared, and he misses the knives. It slipped away. It was looking so good. He's just warded the 2 players. Somehow, this round keeps swinging back and forth, and they've got an aggressive position of Pora. He's so good with this Sheriff. Never missed that initial shot, and might just be able to get around the corner. He's not even going to be spammed either.
And let it just die down, holding the positions to stop them from planting. And with 20 seconds left, they need to make a move. kyedae now low, 1 hit from this Sheriff, and Pora's going to be able to take the first, possibly even the second. 13 seconds as the final shot rings out. SuperMassive Blaze are on the board.
With the Sheriff. Yep. And the thing is, when they were walking around that corner, I was 100% confident he was at least going to get one. This man with the pistol is just unbelievable. Even ends up missing the first player. But I also like the fact that he just uses the ultimate.
As he makes his way in towards long, we're going to get a full execute out of this. Smoke's coming down. Orb taking good molly. Good slow. Pora's in trouble. He tries to get out of the corner, but there's nowhere to run. Seekers confirm they're all here. Good flash, but the follow-up from Bone Cold. He keeps on connecting on 2 HP. The man has survived. And the 2v2 commences. Ascend still looking to get that plant in play.
Yeah, I'm surprised more didn't come from the Hunter's Fury. Like, they did a little bit of damage, but the fact is one of the players was actually stuck. Brave, though, has come through, and it's onto this man once again. CNED to try and clutch it up, but it'll be Rust to take it away. A big round from SuperMassive Blaze again.
Up on top for 1 second extra, and that's a round loss. These are not the way, this is not the way that you want to be winning rounds.
Yeah, well, the Red Bull clutches, that's not what you really want to be seeing. So I am a little bit worried still. I expect him to get those kills.
Yeah, good position to counter the A execute we'd seen before, and the wall was down, but it is in fact a B play. Oh, the fire is down on the site. The wall bang is good. Pora fighting from inside his Viper's pit. He wants to stop them from getting onto the site. He's good for 2, but that's all he can do. The shutdown of CNED makes this a little bit more doable though, with Zeke and kyedae.
And find the player within this ultimate, and Russ, as said, he needs to do a lot, and that is the ult down.
That's going to be Zeke, stuck in the corner. The reveal won't quite catch him, but the fight, it gives away his position. He has to run down the clock. The operator swinging in to take him down. Zeke is trying to avoid it, jumping up and down, and it actually works. Although the shot comes in from Izzy, the time is far too low.
Pretty much all of them. The man is on fire today. He's one of those players that we saw come in, for people who don't know, as a swap deal. Like, it was like, okay, you get to have Zeke, we'll take your in-game leader. We'll take koler away to G2. And this man, like, we'll see how
You have a Vandal on the other side, and SuperMassive Blaze even go in and pop that Blade Storm. Is he giving the op to Turco, but he can't get out, and he gets caught up! A wall, a gap in the wall that they could never have seen coming! Poor is left alone. That was a chance, an opportunity for SuperMassive Blaze, but again, Acend step it up to claim a 9th. Probably not.
Absolutely not. There's no way. But this is the difference between a lot of teams and Acend. They make a mistake by not placing the wall that blocks everything off, and then they use it to win them the round. Like, who else does that?
But what can we do with it? How can we make this work to our advantage? And Acend are one of the best teams in the world at making that happen. This time, the aggression in through Hookah is finally going to come through, and Izzy's able to claim the first before going down. Turco with a huge whiff, and that could cost them massively. Hunter's Fury connecting quite a few pulses.
In these at this stage, the Cosmic Divide has been in for an incredibly long time, but will it... Oh, okay. Starzo's just got walking across. He's been caught. It gave them something, but the rest of the players are a little bit far behind. Brave almost going in solo, and it still puts them with a disadvantage on this retake. Poor, he's been one of the shining lights for this squad so far. A second kill to give them a chance, but it's the 1 versus 1. It needs to be Rust. Normally so good in these clutches, but not this time. It's
maybe we'll see them unlock their true potential, but so far, it's leaving a lot to be desired.
Yeah, luckily for us though, Mitch, I've heard that there's a genius, like a legend of the scene.
Confirmed there's still some players there, and he's playing contact on his teammate. Oh, never mind. He's getting pushed on. Pora's already in. He's taken down 2. The third on backside goes his way as well. This was a pistol round that SuperMassive Blaze desperately needed if they're to have any shot of taking this map and making the massive comeback. And now they're in a 4v2 that they surely can't lose.
They'll clear Turco out. I don't think it's going to matter too much, though. Only one man standing, and CNED will fall. And
is winning the pistol, winning the second, but now look at how seriously they're taking this round. They've got their 2 Vandals to play with. Acend win the early duel with Pora going down. The pressure being applied through middle. The spray for Zeke doesn't actually land, but the trade is quickly found. Acend maintaining their man advantage. kyedae is going to give up a lot of control, and as that wolf goes in, the tiger is returned on the other side. Brave desperately wants to get this done up close. The Spectre in play, but now he's forced into a ranged fight. Tickled up as kyedae takes him down. A 3 versus 2, a 4 versus 2 in fact emerges. CNED on 8 HP yet again.
For SuperMassive Blaze would be good. If they win it, well, okay. Not sure that flash went exactly to plan. Just popped in his teammate's face.
Here they come, here they come.
Died. Are they all going to go through together?
They're rallying through. This is going to be a team TP. You're dropping pistols in just to let them know we're on our way, buddy. There's a couple of us who want to say hi to you, and a flash comes in first. Still, though, they haven't followed through. They're waiting. A second flash perhaps being primed in a number of seconds. He's giving him a Vandal! He's giving him a Vandal! He's throwing. They're giving him 2! Hey, buddy, take our weapons. We've got nothing left. We'll come and knife you. What is this?
They 100% don't know that he has an SMG. There is no way they know he has an SMG, because they've just given him a rifle upgrade.
And no, it's 11-4. We don't give a damn. That's Acend for you. They're already bringing their personality.
No way
They're letting them know. That's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. Oh my.
Mitch's dream. A play being made. The res. Oh, it's going to be a line beat. He might need to bring himself back. Never mind. CNED, while dodging every single bullet, has found one through the smoke. Bear in mind, he's using a Vandal, so they know where he is.
Oh, and he's got a second as well. He lit Brave down to 40 health, stripping him of his armor, and CNED still looking to go forward. 15 health off him, no armor to play with, no shields whatsoever, but he does not give a damn. Now here comes the Viper Orb. It's going to be blocking off any sort of impact from Bone Cold. Starzo spraying in. Oh, Bone Cold, he's walking into it, and That gives him away. Pora's gonna just hunt him down right afterwards, tickles him up, but somehow doesn't take him down. And Bone Cold wins that fight. Low on HP, healed right back up. SuperMassive Blaze are finding it hard to get any ground. Eventually, CNED will fall, but there is so much left to do.
I think the teleporter actually ended up as a bit more of a burden than anything else, but they might not expect two players, and I don't think it's going to matter. Zeke will close it out using the shotgun to... Yeah, I think as well that SuperMassive Blaze are going to be fine going into that map. I would say it's their best map, so realistically they're going to be incredibly confident. Bone Cold, they're just fighting on the edge of these smokes, fighting around the smokes, and there's going to be a peek hit. He's just hitting every single shot. Ultimate online, he can now deny them any extra space if they try to go for this quicker push, and that's exactly what he's going to do. They've been forced out of position. The spam will get 2 from Starzo. This map is done. Russ needs to clutch out a 1 versus 4.
Yeah, nice orbital strike, pushes them out of position, they spam them up. Nothing you can do about that one. Russ wants to be sure he can reload, pops the recon into the smoke, but here's the flash, no peek after. Starzo's gonna wait and walk on through the smoke. Get himself around the edge. Oh, Russ was ready for it, but it didn't matter. 13-5, and even more dominant showing out of Acend this time.
It almost has to just be a little bit of a slowdown from SuperMassive Blaze, trying to bait out some of those early positions. You can see the turret uses a bait and switch, and it's that right click to just take Pora's head clean off.
A nice shot to open things up. He's going to go back and re-aggress yet again, but so many players pursuing him. He needs help and doesn't have it. Cleanly shut down. Now it's time to look towards the site where CNED is quickly connecting one to Turco, making this a little bit more difficult. He's a little bit cautious of getting spammed down. Star Zone, not quite feeling the same caution.
Do they expect? They don't expect it. They don't expect. They don't check. That could have been everything, but actually Zeke's only going to get 1. It does give time, though, and that's the main thing that's needed at the moment for Acend. Already going to put down another grab. Well, the peak coming back in, and it's just not going well for Brave. It's Bone Cold to close things out.
Deter them, although they are most likely going to lose this one as well, as they come in with some very weak pistols. And I love it, Zeke. Let's get more of that.
It's not quite the Odin, but I think we know it's coming. If he's doing that already with an Ares, it's not something that you will commonly not do with some of the other weaponry.
Well, that wasn't a fun fight, and they've lost the second player. This is already getting into pretty dangerous territory for Acend.
Able to get himself the sniper. Have that Marshal. He wanted to try and bang the longer range duel. Instead, though, it's going to be the Ares to close out. It's not perfect for Acend. I think they would have wanted it a little bit cleaner.
And with the weaker weapons.
Oh. I don't know if they'll expect Russ to feel. It's a little bit of a whiff, and Killers actually finds another one off his utility on the site. This now becomes a really dangerous scenario for SuperMassive Blaze. They're going to use the paranoia just to hold the remaining players back. Give them an opportunity to get a plant and stick it down, but the problem is they're re-aggressing already. The push coming through. Killers gets his 3rd kill of the round. It's left all onto 1, and CNED will close it. This was a round where they started with just 1 rifle.
That they were going to lose, and yet still they come out on top, and really it's this play from Kyedae, grabbing the Nano Swarm frag onto Pora, then quickly delivering a second and even going in for 3 on the site. Into it, a late lurk by Pora coming in through middle as they claim the site and now look for the plant, but in comes CNED. Gonna make it at least a little bit costly. There's absolutely no way that this player steps up above. He's challenged CNED, and he's received exactly what you'd expect. Another CNED just keeps on going. 3 kills with the off, a tag into another, and this is getting scary with just 1 down below, trapped in. Russ needs to make something happen while Pora is making the short play, lurking out, trying to find space, but CNED picks up.
He's CNED. He is CNED. He'll do these sort of things. But how does he get this many opportunities? They brought back Izzy. He definitely knew he was there, and he still manages to go through and just do this much damage to the remaining players, all just trying to take him out. And
through from Brave, but I guess he thought the birthday look was with him. Nice shot, CNED. Again, punishing, getting the trades back. He's on for a second, and now he's aggressing in. He's being revealed, though, up in the corner. The updraft, not quite getting him out of there as safely as he would have hoped. The heal just about saves him, popping him back up onto basically full HP. Good tag. Oh, it's the kill as well. Zeke doing damage, covering CNED's retreat. Cornered, they shock darted it. They're going back to check their flank, and what are they going to find? They're going to find CNED, but in fact, they do find him. They take him down. This is a pretty good position to play from. Zeke jump spotting. I mean, he could even be taken down if the timing is right. 1 versus 1 on the site. Good damage. Turco delivers a 3rd kill of the round, though. He's not going to have the res online, but it is a 1v1, the best chance for SuperMassive Blaze so far.
Yeah, by the looks of it as well, Bone Cold is out of stars. So for utility, he's not really going to have anything. It just comes down to the straight-up gunfight, which, well, you'd probably bank on Turco most of the time, and he is going to get the Red Bull clutch through. This is what we missed.
Comfort zone really coming through. Whenever he's on that agent, you know that he's going to be able to do damage. And it's not even down, it's not so much down to, like, you look at those kills and go, oh, you actually didn't use any utility to get them. But it's when you're a Sky, you're going to be the one flashing.
I've actually kept him alive just long enough.
Great play by Pora. Yeah, from the start to the finish there. He even manages to finish off Bone Cold, not the player he was initially attempting to challenge. This is a fantastic opening. They're going to use that Killjoy lockdown to try and get in towards the site, but they're being pushed on. Oh no, still winning the duels as they go, but kyedae up on behind, able to come out of there with 2. The lockdown will still come into effect, but it gives them a man disadvantage as they come back in. Starzo even has a res to play with. Now, there's no one really readily available to pop a res on. He's already used his wall, so up in heaven, he can't get that player back online. The res is out of the round. This is where SuperMassive Blaze need to turn up. He's actually resed him.
Oh, actually both players all within a second. Pora, he's going to find himself a 4th. And it's left on to Izzy. As said, it's been a little bit rough for him so far, but this time he will land the shot. The clutch coming through. And one of their own. It still seems like maybe a little bit of confusion as the position's currently being taken. The wall boost for Turco might not necessarily be expected, but the afterplant's looking stellar. Again, you've got Pora waiting on the lurk. Acend already going to be dropped, and now we see the Cosmic Divide thrown in to try and separate these players. But if anything, they've just given a safe spot to Turco to just sit behind them. It is not going well at all for Acend in this round, and the afterplant looking incredible.
Yeah, Starzo's trapped, not a chance of getting out of there. Very solid round from SuperMassive Blaze.
Think for it. I'm very surprised by that usage, but hey, they've got an opener anyway.
Destroying that alarm bot there gave him away. They knew exactly where Turco was, tucked up in the corner. Great opening, but CNED's going to be punished. The return back, all they need to do is keep the range. And with the operator in hand, Izzy is easily able to dispatch these players on Acend. Bone Cold and Zeke, sheriffs in hand, hoping for a couple of headshots, but none to be landed just yet. This is going to be a tough fight in the corner. Surely they check it. Recon going to reveal. Oh, okay. Well, look, it's a sheriff round. It's a weak buy, but with Pora and underneath, and they're going to try to spam them into the open, not looking for the kill. They're trying to open space for Izzy to get frags with the op. The Hunter's Fury wasn't supposed to kill, just to reposition, but both shots miss. Izzy then pops the ultimate, moves towards the site, but he's pushed back right into the hands of Starzo, waiting for him. The kills are going their way, though. SuperMassive Blaze here to fight and here to win with 50 seconds on the clock. They still need to deal with Starzo, and he is bringing this back into the realm of possibility for Acend. The timing so poor, and he just about gets taken down.
Turco as well is already watching this flank. It was everything for Zeke to get that kill, but they had him sandwiched in, and now the only one remaining is CNED to try and face off. Well, I was going to say versus 4, but it's now down to 3, and Turco will put him in his place. Teammate dead again.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be dead before he even got to the body. That's the thing. And I think he's just been spotted. Yes, he has. There's the tag on the wall. You see, they're saying he's close right, and Brave is going to take it down. In comes the Ares, but not good for those kind of fights. This is looking like a guaranteed 7 for SuperMassive Blaze. A hero is needed, and it's not CNED this time around. It falls to kyedae. He's been huge before, and they know he's going for the lockdown. They're going to push him down right away. kyedae deals with him. Lockdown popped. Now he just needs to hold on to this position. There's no one coming in through heaven.
They've got one too.
But they've popped their own. They're going to be happy to keep him locked in position. In fact, he's going to push right afterwards. He's still looking for kills. He's taking down the first, swapping over the weapon, going to go and destroy it, and he gets it done as well. The other player's backed off. This could actually be huge. One player even got detained. Down goes the turret. He taps the defuse. It's all a ruse, trying to bait them into the open, and eventually he does. Unfortunately,
that was a nice try.
That's his end. Maybe. Double up on the kills. Let's see what they can do. SuperMassive Blaze getting aggressive, but CNED's here to play. The dash didn't quite go according to plan, but the kills certainly did. They don't expect it. And Russ is able to take down 2. 2. That makes it doable. Bone Cold on 20 HP.
Spot out his position. No, he's not coming in from behind. And now it just leaves this disgusting crossfire. Even going to pull in a star and a turret to try and leave him out. And although he does check, he was aware.
He was.
It doesn't make a difference. It's a little bit of a different scenario. It's actually crazy that Russ, I think he actually headshot someone through someone else and almost gets himself an extra kill in that round. So he did his best, but realistically, this round, Mitch, not expecting much.
No, not really. They know that there's a player towards the back of the site. Russ is going to be dealt with immediately. That drone had spotted him out. The dash is ambitious at best from Izzy. And this is going as expected. We're looking good for a Prime Gaming Flawless. And let's see if that comes through. Indeed, it does. Killa's farming up a bunch of orbs. To Blaze has been Russ. He swapped skins. He's no longer using the Elder Flame like the rest of the team. So, you know, really, team synergy suffers there. But jokes aside, we're looking at a pretty aggressive push out of Acend. Into a smoke they went, and well, they didn't get anything done for it. Brave quickly shutting them down before he falls himself. But that was a blink and you miss it kind of round.
The man holding on is going to be Pora. Now, we've mentioned it before. He is incredibly good with his pistol. He's found an angle, but Zeke is more than aware. We've seen... The From the Shadows actually used to TP into the back of the site, but it doesn't matter. The site's gone.
God, Brave just got domed. The first was nice, the second unreasonable. The lockdown comes into effect. Plant can be secured towards the back of the site, and this is where SuperMassive Blaze normally would be considering a save. That's been heard. Starzone knows full well that there are players barreling around middle. That was not an easy fight to take. Not expecting him to be running past like that. Turco, I think saving is definitely on the cards, although I notice he's the closest player, and now up on top of the... Oh, if that hit, I would have banned him. We'd have to hit the button right away. That was a disgusting attempt. They'll get him in the end. 10-8, Acend.
But they need to try and catch some of the remainder before they can take the site.
Boathouse blocked, and now it's time to rush into the site, taking the fights as they go, but down goes the Odin. Zeke dealt with. Izzy pops out with the Blade Storm for some close-range fights. We call that one a Sean Gares. He's whiffed it completely as we go into the 3v3 with very little time. Acend can't really get that spike planted. How are they going to be able to close in the distance? They need the kills so quickly. Bone Cold, good for it, but time is gone. The round already SuperMassive Blazes. Hopefully the slow will be enough to keep him back. As Starzo closes the distance, Pora thinks he's gone undetected.
He has?
Did he? Okay, there we go. He'll eventually be taken down. That could have been incredibly awkward. Backside, look how low Russ is. With a res coming in, they do not want to lose Russ down below. Oh, that bullet! It went right by his face. They know he's there. They've taken him out, and now the res, luckily, has put them into a 2v3. But a tough one, as again, time could have been the enemy, but the spike will be planted.
Oh, they've got their own lockdown, try and deny them the initial push, but they're just going for it. They're going to try and run through, and Starzo is there. He saved them in this round. The plays into mid.
Nasty angle, and one that almost definitely won't be expected. These players are worried about the guy in main, but now they've spotted him. The dash used up by CNET, burned up in the early stages. They've got the kill, and they're going to continue hunting him down.
It's looking fairly all in from Acend.
Yeah.
All waiting outside.
It's the right call.
3 players on this site. If they can trade effectively, sure, it's going to go great, but they need to shut this man down early, and that's exactly what they do.
Great kill onto Izzy, now tucked in the corner. It's even expected. They were pre-firing and spraying away. Pora, the last man alive, and they'll bring Zeke right back into the round, bought back by the res. This is an almost unwinnable clutch. In fact, Pora's got the worst weapon of them all. We saw a weapon here or there, some Spectres, but this man only has the Sheriff. Sure. He can do a lot with it, but in a 1v4, the pack mentality of Acend, there's so much to deal with here, and yeah, the turret is going to be problem number 1. 13-9, 2-0. Acend have walked away with the win on SuperMassive Blaze's map pick. They have won the first match of Masters 3.
That is an incredibly good sign if you're an Acend fan.
What's this? All right. We've got a bull on stage, and you know what? I describe him as exactly that. The whole team, aggressive.